Hello, and welcome back to the Kahndes show. I have a little thingy-mabobby, so it's gonna do that, so you can watch that, because I worked hard on it. Okay.
Welcome to the Kahndes show. Grab your popcorn, grab your sweet tea, grab all your little nice things, and come join me for a ride. Let this be a confirmation to you.
And we're back. How have y'all been feeling? So, first of all, so sorry that I did not post last Sunday. If you don't know, I am an artist, which is probably how you found out about me in the first place. But also, I am a student and a teacher. And I'm writing my thesis right now because I graduated in May. And then I have a residency, a Tallahassee residency at Signature Lounge every fourth Friday from now up until May. So there's been a lot going on, and I kind of threw you guys to the back burner. So sorry. Love you guys. Also, TikTok is sorry. TikTok is still being shut down, apparently. So I've been trying to move all of my content, especially my most viral stuff, even if it has nothing to do with music, because I want people to see me as somebody that's relatable, just in general. I hope this mic is picking up my voice, because if not, I'm gonna cry. This video, I kind of wanted to just chat and talk. I was gonna do this last week, but I really just wasn't in the mood to talk about it. But 2024, I understand we're in 2025, and you gotta let go of the past, but I gotta get this off my chest. There are a lot of people that are talking about 2024, and I keep seeing people do their little reflections, and they're yeah, it was such a great year, and this happened for me, and this happened for me, and I'm just like, what kind of 2024 y'all had? Don't get me wrong, there were a lot of great things that came out of 2024. I performed for the first time, performed 6 times after that, and got my music going, actually released a project that I love, that people love, that's really, really good, that had gotten a lot of recognition, still is getting a lot of recognition because of some of the songs that are on the project, Confirmations. If you haven't listened, you should go listen to that. I just feel like at each quarter of the year, it was something that I was going through. People don't tell you this, but as you get older, you're going to have those times, specifically those years, where they're so hard that once you come out on the other side of it, you are not the same person that you were before. And that's where I am. And it's kind of sad. It feels like a grieving process almost, because I look back at videos and I'm like I can't get her back. I gotta move with what's now. And I don't know, it kind of just tears me up a little bit, but it's okay. It's fine. We're in therapy. So starting out with last year, I brought in New Year's last year. I was at the club. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, because I'm not, however you decide to bring in your New Year, that's how you decide to bring in your New Year. And that's what I have been doing. So I was at a club. I was actually talking to a girl, and I'm sorry. I feel like the year already started off on BS, because I had this whole thing planned for when I got back home from Christmas, and she was gonna fly up here. I had the whole thing planned, dinners and nice activities and stuff for us to do. Mind you, we were not together. I was basically courting her, and we were in the club, and mind you, I'm gone, y'all. I'm up there. I'm floating. Look, hey, we was starting off the new year in a whole nother world. That's where I was. And out of nowhere, mind you, I am not sober. She asked me, she was like, I thought you were gonna ask me to be your girlfriend. And I was like, why would I do that? We already started off on a bad foot. That happens. We end up leaving. I end up going to sleep on my futon. Not really sure how I got there. Woke up early in the morning. She was in my bed, so I went in there to get in the bed, and then I woke up again, and then she was in the living room on the futon, and I was like, what's going on? So I got up, went in there. I'm like, are we gonna talk about yesterday? And she's like, about what? And I'm like, you asked me like why I didn't ask you to be my girlfriend. And she got up and ran to the bathroom. That's how my New Year started. That was really a telltale for the rest of the year. That was also a telltale for that situation, because it wasn't a relationship. That situation I was in, that was definitely a telltale for that, because her birthday was in March, and we ended up, for that spring break, we ended up going to Texas because she wanted to go to the Drake concert. I'm not like a huge Drake fan, but she wanted to go to the show where it was him and J. Cole, so I bought the tickets to go, and the plane tickets. I had already expressed that birthdays were something that I'm very, very like iffy about, because I've had a lot of horrible experiences in the past. Like, I was talking about this on TikTok. Like, when I was 12, I was told that my birthday was just another day. That was like the beginning of like me not liking my birthdays. I was 19, my ex broke up with me on my birthday. Yeah, when I was 20, I was left stranded in downtown Houston because I had to spend my birthday with people who weren't even my friends, that were friends of my friends. I haven't really had like a good span of birthdays. I feel like I have like 3 that I can really say like, okay, I really enjoyed myself on these birthdays. But other than that, I'm 23, and I can only say that I've had 3 birthdays that I like actually remember and that were great for me. Aww. So I expressed this to this person, and she knew that. I did everything that she asked for, plus a little extra. The little extra is what hurt my pockets. But I was okay with that because I really like this person. I love this person. And when it came time for my birthday, I literally expressed like, please stop contacting my friends, like getting their numbers, being sneaky about it. Like, it was just weird. She probably said she wasn't being sneaky. Anyway, I basically said that for my birthday, I wanted to go to a resort, really just talk with God, have gratitude time, write in my journal, relax, and then go to like a club, maybe like an Afrobeats club that night. That's all I wanted to do. And I literally made it so clear that I did not want to be with my friends on my birthday, because I was talking to her whenever we went for my best friend's birthday in St. Louis, Missouri, where we were with other people who did not have money, and we all fell out. Well, I fell out with them, and I'm still friends with my best friend, but I'm not friends with the other people anymore. I don't even talk to them anymore because of that. So I was like, I don't want my friends here for my birthday, because I just had a situation where I was with friends for somebody else's birthday and it didn't go well. So I don't want to do that for my birthday. I made that very clear. Why this girl go and contact all my friends, put them in a group chat, bought them an Airbnb, and was trying to get them to come and fly down. And one of my friends had even bought their plane ticket to come down to Miami. That's not what I asked for. That's not what I asked for. And for me to go out of my way and spend all this money on somebody that I actually cared for them to turn around and do what they wanted to do, showed me how much they actually cared little of me. That's how I feel. I wasn't considered at all. When somebody tells you that they want something, or you ask them what they want and they tell you, do exactly what they tell you. Don't try to go and do extra. And if you're going to do extra, make sure that's something that's in alignment with what they want. Because when she said she wanted to go to the concert, what did I do extra? I took her to a play because she's a theater kid and she loved theater. And I'm like, okay, I can take her to go see this play. She'll love it. And what happened? She freaking loved it. That's not the same as inviting my friends to come so many miles away to come to Miami, when I already had expressed some of their situations. Like, this person has this job, she's got to focus on this. This person's trying to stack up their money, he got to focus on this. Like, why would you? Anyway, so the first half of my year I feel like was wasted. And I have a right to feel like that. I feel like it was wasted on someone that over and over again just did not actually express how much they liked me in the way that I would like to have seen it, even though it was expressed. So that's how I started off my year. And then we stopped talking. I had my first show. Show was great. Everything was great. Semester ended. Everything was good. I get a call from one of my like aunts. It's technically my cousin, but my auntie, and she's like telling me to come down and like perform, and she's so excited to see me perform. That happened. Then my birthday happened, because that was on the 6th. She called me on the 6th. My birthday was May 12th. A tornado came in like that Friday, and I didn't have power for 5 days. Nobody in Tallahassee seen the tornado coming. That's the crazy part. I was at Crunch getting ready to like do my onboarding process, because I was an instructor there. If you're from Tallahassee and you're seeing this, yes, I used to work at Crunch. No, I do not work there anymore. But I was there, and then they just sent out an alarm like, don't go anywhere, shelter in place. I'm like, oh. So I stayed, and child, it was, I went outside after it was over. Power lines down, trees down. Like, it took me Crunch is like 7 minutes away from my house. It took me an hour to get home because every single road was blocked off except for Stadium Drive. Everything else, all the lines were down. And it was bad. It was really, really bad. So that happened. And then 2 weeks later, the aunt, the one that I was just talking about, she passes away. And I was about to go actually come down there and perform at an event, a sneaker ball. And she was going to come. She had told me that she was going to come, and she passed the day before. So that happened. And that's how my summer started. And because like fixed income, I wasn't teaching in summer A, I was teaching in summer B. So I wasn't going to actually have checks until summer B. I had money left over, but like not a lot. And I was like really trying to like come together and scrape things up, because with the storm coming through like it did, all my money was just gone, because I was having to use it to buy ice, to eat food, because I didn't really have groceries at the time. The groceries that I had, I was trying to fix. Everything in my house is electrical, nothing's gas. So like it took out a lot of money trying to like make sure that I was good. And it wasn't even like I could drive and go home, because I didn't even know how bad the roads were, or if I was going to get stuck trying to get home. So yeah, that happened. June was whatever. I'm not even gonna cap. I can't even tell you what happened in June. Like I can't even tell you what happened in June. I don't even remember. I remember July, I performed at this show. It went freaking phenomenal. It was like the show where I realized that I was like, okay, like Kahndes can actually be a thing. Like this is not just like a dream. This is like something that is very tangible. Like I can feel it coming to life. I did have a little stint where I thought that me and my ex would work out, and then I was shown exactly why it wouldn't work out, and I almost slapped him. I wanted to real bad. I didn't, but because I'm not a domestic violence person, I don't like put my hands on people. But to say out loud that you just did not care about my birthday, that you were gonna, like, he was literally gonna leave me at home and go to the strip club with his friends to celebrate their birthdays. To admit that almost a year later after we had broke up was crazy. And to also admit that he had been through my phone more than the one time that he went through it, that I thought that he went through it. That was crazy business. Not you would sit up there playing in my face that whole time, still using me and my body. And for what? For what? Oh my gosh. And we're back. I needed a second. But yeah. And then I ended up joining a collective. So once I joined the collective, things kind of started looking up. Went back to school. And that August, it was like my second year of my master's. Now I'm in my second semester, my last semester. And everything was going well. I ended up going to Rhode Island with two people who were in that collective. And one did not have money, which was known. And I made sure that she was good because, of course, we're friends at the time, so I'm going to make sure that she's straight. But because I had already went through a money situation prior to the one that I didn't want my friends being involved in my birthday for that reason, because it was just so close together, the same thing kind of happened because we were there. And mind you, I just told them this story about how I went on a girls trip and it was just and I just can't do it with people that don't have money, like blah 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 blah. This is like a really great experience. Right after that, one of them, I don't have any money. The other one that actually had money, had a sponsor. I don't have money to cover the list. Can you get the rest of the list for the rest of the night? I'm like, okay. She said she get paid the next day. I'm like, okay. She gets paid. Oh, it's not as much as I thought. Can you just get the rest of the list for the rest of the trip? Right. I'm picking up. So we go through the rest of the time. I'm like, okay, let me start guarding my money, because I've been through this before and I'm not about to do it again. I don't care how close y'all think y'all are to me. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing that for anybody except for the people that I would literally lay down my life for. Like, baby, if you ain't my best friends, don't even count on it. And I'm gonna say right here, if your name is not Tiana, Clarence Augusta, Latisse, or Taylor, or any of my family members, don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me for nothing, because the answer's gonna be no. I knew it was gonna be something, but I picked up on it and I was like, nah, like, I'm gonna just leave it alone. Just get home safe. That's all I'm thinking about, because this is not the first time or the second time that I had been somewhere with people that I did not trust. Like, I went into the situation trusting them, and then they showed me something that I was like, oh, this is not good. And because when I was 20, I got stranded, I don't play that. I was already prepared, if need be, to buy my own hotel room and get back how I needed to get back. I was already prepared to do that. Trip ends, we're leaving, we go to the airport, and I'm in the airport buying souvenirs. Like, I'm buying me something. I got something from my niece, my nephew, my sister, my mom, my dad, my best friend. Like, I'm in there grabbing stuff. And I literally put it in my budget to do that. I had a show coming up, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to make the money back from the show and from the ticket sales. I'm just going to go ahead and spend what I have now and then really just eat noodles until the show, because I want to have something for me and my family members. It's worth it. And she was in there also buying stuff, grabbing stuff. The other girl was in there grabbing stuff. The one that didn't have no money was sitting at the gate. But the other one was in there that said that she didn't have no money, was buying stuff. You said you didn't have no money. How are you in the gift shop buying things? And then gets up to the register. I pay for my stuff. And then she tries to pay for her stuff. The price is too much, so she's like taking stuff off, looking all sad. I'm not buying you anything. I just had to pay for all the lists to get up here. I paid for the other girl's plane ticket, and we both paid half on her bill for everywhere that she ate as well as our own stuff. I'm not buying you anything. I'm not buying you or that girl anything. I literally went out of like $800, $900 on that trip alone. And was it worth it? Yes, because my thing is, even after the fact, we all ended up falling out after that, because she tried to take my hair gel through TSA, and she got caught with it, even though I told her to leave it in the car, trying to be slick. And she said she was going to reimburse me, and even 3 weeks after, she had never sent me the money. So I had sent a picture of the gel with a smiley face. She thought it was petty. I was just like, well, you could just reimburse me whenever possible, because she was like, oh, I'm going to replace yours. I said, you could just reimburse me whenever you can. That's all I said. Whenever you can. Keywords. Whenever you can. And then she waited until I was driving on the way to a festival for a weekend that she's performing in, not me, because I wanted to go as a friend. And then she decided to send me a long message, even stating that she didn't even want to have a conversation in person with me. Okay. And then starts throwing things in the messages that have nothing to do with the jail. Oh, you spent this much money in the airport. Oh, you did a complete 360, which is a full circle, which would mean I'm the same person I was at the beginning. But not everybody's smart, and I understand that. That happened, and I'm not gonna lie, that really hurt my feelings, because I had just gotten around like a music community of people that I knew. Because mind you, when I was doing my first show, all those shows, I was here by myself. I wasn't doing anything. I don't have a manager. I'm doing everything by myself. I wasn't getting booked for anything. So like, when I was brought into the show, yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm having a good time. But for her to throw it back in my face, oh, I'm the one that got you that opportunity, and I'm the one that did that. It just boggles my mind how people have the ability to shapeshift so fast, and it's so scary. People are so evil inside, and they will show you all the ways that they're evil, but because they have a group of yes men, they're allowed to continue doing that. And because they're really good at hiding their true colors, they continue to do that. And it's not even that they're good at hiding it. The people that they're around, they know that they're evil. They know that they're nasty people. But because it's beneficial for them to be close to them, they think that everything that they do is right and that there's nothing that they do is wrong. Trying to use me for my money and then getting upset when I didn't spend as much as you wanted me to, when I had already almost went out almost $1,000 on the trip, is crazy business. Crazy business. And then decided to stalk me after. But we gonna get to that point. So that happened. I was real sad. I was in my feelings, and I could tell that they were going out of their way to try to make me feel lonely whenever I was out at things, like an event that was here in Tallahassee, the festival that happened, even though some of my friends came. Shout out to Rory and Sam. My discernment was very low because I was looking for community. And I vowed to never do that again, to never let my guard down so low that I would want community past what I see a person for what they truly are. Because I knew the girl, I knew something was wrong with her. My mama told me actually, and I should have listened to my mama. But even after that, like, you're a Trump supporter, you were saying real nasty things, like, I'm not even gonna say that. Time went on. I ended up getting an opportunity to go perform at homecoming for my alma mater. I was so excited. I went, and I got into a shooting. They were the last party of the weekend, that Sunday. It's like 1 something in the morning. And my best friend, me and her were both there. And a guy that I was talking to at the time came up and was like, oh, are y'all gonna leave? And I was like, well, I was ready to go. Because I'm noticing, like, there's nobody here that we know. Everybody's kind of like real, like everybody's just looking for a reason to fight. And I was ready to go. I was like, I'm not liking the vibes. There was nobody else that we knew that was there. It seemed like everybody was gone, and it was a whole bunch of like locals. So I was like, I'm ready to go. She wanted to stay. So I was like, okay, if we're going to stay, I need to sit down because I've been wearing these heels all night. I sat down in a chair on the wall, and then she sat beside me, and she was like, okay, like we can go. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, let's go in the crowd. Cause in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want her to think that I don't want to hang out with her or that I'm like bored. Like, let's just go party and have fun. I haven't seen her in a long time, and I don't know when the next time I'll see my best friend in person. I told her, I was like, no, we're good. Like, let's go in the crowd. She doesn't say anything. And I'm like, I stand up and I'm like, Tia, you good? Unresponsive. Not saying anything. She's just looking like this. And she's not saying anything to me. So now I'm freaking out because I'm like, I know what to do in case someone has a seizure, but not in a party when a boogie. Like I'm like I was not prepared for anything. Chris was somewhere else in the party, so we didn't even know where he was. Like I'm about to start panicking because I don't know what's about to happen. And then I'm like, T, come on, like let's go. Like you're kind of freaking me out. She's still not saying anything to me. Her eyes roll to the back of her head and she passes out in my arms. And as soon as she goes limp, 4 shots ring out. Everybody's screaming, running. The music stops. You can hear glass breaking. You can see people piling up on each other at the door. Like, it was ridiculous. It was the scariest moment of my life. I kid you not. Because the way that she went limp, I thought she got shot. That was the first thing. So I'm sitting up here checking her body. Everybody's screaming. And I'm like, trying to figure out what's going on. Cold air hits me. I have a panic attack because I don't like guns. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't like guns. I've been in several situations hearing about guns and how they affect people. I've been in this where somebody's gun has gone off. I've been on a vacation before and somebody's gun has went off and I thought somebody got shot, but it hit the concrete on the ground. But like I've been in a lot of situations where I don't like guns. I'm just not a fan. And to be that close where like in a room, I can't get the sound out of my head. The fact that it happened at 1:30 in the morning, the same day, it's on a Sunday. I gotta get on a plane and then fly all the way back down here. And then the next day show up for my students and teach and go to class and finish a thesis prospectus so that I can be approved to do my thesis this semester. Like that's when everything was kind of just like it was already, I feel like all year it was just slowly like I would have like good moments, and then at the end of the year when October hit, it was bad. I wanted to be up out of here so bad. I was like, it was just really, really horrible. Mentally, I was in a really, really bad space. I was still alone here with not many people. The people that were like close to me, they were guys who had ended up expressing that they had interest in me. And you already know how that goes. So not talking to them anymore or not being friends with them anymore. And even after the fact, trying to remain friends with them was weird because some of y'all are friends with people that I don't mess with no more. Y'all are friends with the 2 girls that treated me dirty. You know that they treated me dirty. You defended me in that time and period, but you're still friends with these people. You still hang out with these people. So morally, something's wrong with you. Why would I trust you to ever be around you, to talk to you, to be friends with you? Why would I ever do that? Like, that puts me at a risk. I don't trust any of them. So I by default, I can't trust you unless you like, no. After that, I released another project called Soul Woman. Please go stream. And one of the songs on there was talking about that situation that happened in Rhode Island, as well as the situation that happened in 2023, at the end of 2023, at my friend T's birthday celebration in St. Louis. And I was talking about all of those people that decided to come on trips and be broke and then look at Kahndes like she was supposed to pay for everything. Kahndes is my real name. But look at me like I was supposed to pay or cover for them even though they're grown women. Not sure what's up with that. I'm not your mommy. So yeah, I made a song, put it on the project, and the girl got mad. She was messaging people, telling them that she wasn't gonna be cool with them. Messaged the producer. She got her boyfriend ended up reaching out to me and trying to call me, then text me for whatever reason, which that's a whole nother story because that's a whole nother story. On top of that, came to my house. My best friend actually had flew down here for Thanksgiving. This girl showed up to my house and left a note on my car. Why would you show up to my house? Like, she literally came to my house. Me and my best friend were inside. We had just left from CVS. Came inside, we're sitting here playing cards, getting ready to go to a Friendsgiving. And this girl had wrote a note, came to my house, and put it on my car with a scripture on it. Mind you, this is the nastiest person I know. Well, let me not say it like that. I'm the last person that you can come to and feel like you're going to make feel a certain way using scripture. I grew up in the church. I know how scripture is weaponized. Before that, when we had all first fell out, I ended up getting an email from the other girl that didn't have no money in the first place on the trip, telling me to keep their names out of my mouth and all types of stuff. Like, why are you emailing me? I didn't even respond to anything else that you had to say because you was broke from the jump. I took care. I was your mother. So, anyway, this is supposed to be a reflection. We are reflecting, though, on how people had me the whole year. Yeah, Thanksgiving was okay. My best friend came down, so that really helped put me in a better headspace. Then the next weekend, my sister Latice, she came down, put me in a way better headspace. And then the next weekend, I went with my godmom and her friend to Stockbridge, which my other friend Taylor. See, all the names that I just mentioned earlier, that if you not them, don't ask me for nothing. Yeah, they all showed up and showed out for me when they knew that I was going through a hard time. Made sure I was good. December, I will say, I was just kind of here in my apartment by myself, like, wasn't doing anything, just having time to spend with me and God, because it wasn't nobody else here. I ended up becoming close with my neighbors, which my neighbors are really, really cool. It was very lonely. I was crying a lot. I was really just down in the dumps all December. And it wasn't until Christmas I went home I was dreading going home for Christmas. I mentioned that in the other video. I was kind of like not wanting to go home for Christmas. But when I went, it was the best Christmas I've ever had. Like, even from when I was a kid. Like, I don't even remember a lot of stuff that happened in my childhood, other than like the bad things. But like, that was the best Christmas I've had. It was what I needed to realize that my family actually does love me. Because sometimes I feel like because I'm so far and I'm doing all of these things and everybody's like back home, that not that they forget about me, but that they just feel like I have everything that I need, so there's no point of supporting me with my music. And sometimes that's how I feel sometimes. And when I went, it actually helped me realize that my family does love me and that they do see me working and working hard, and they do support me. It just shows up in different ways. My mom had got me a whole bunch of gift cards to go eating at different places. So when I got back down here, that's what I was doing. I was going on solo dates by myself. 2024 was just a bunch of lessons for me of how I need to move for the rest of my life, just in general. And it really revealed to me a lot of the things that I also played a part in. And yeah, I've kind of just gotten to a point where like that year was just so traumatizing from top to bottom. It is what it is. Back at square one. New year. Same me. Different mindset. And yeah, for all the people that are seeing everybody else's 2024 reflections and feeling like, wow, like I don't relate to anybody because my mind didn't go that way. We're here because my 2024 was not by any means great for me. And I was glad when the year ended. I didn't even cry when it ended. Normally I cry at the end or beginning of every year. Like I didn't. Like, I was just so numb. I was like, I just wanted it to be over. Like that whole year was just a lot. And it's crazy because I'm an adult now. So I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but life is going to keep lifing. And I feel like I was about to break last year. And life is still supposed to life after that. Child, please. Anyway, please let me know whatever it is that you want me to talk about or discuss in the next video. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I would love to have more ideas. You guys helping me would actually be very, very great because I have a lot of stuff on my plate just in general. But I know next Sunday will more than likely be some type of vlog of the first rehearsal we have for my residency, which is, the first rehearsal is Tuesday, but residency starts January 24th. So if you're in Tallahassee and you're looking for things to do and you don't have anything to do and you want to hear some live music from a very relatable and cool person like me, please come out. I would love to have you there. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Love you guys, and I hope you're streaming my music in the meantime.